Okay. Your phone is going crappy, Jerry.
Mel, you want to come say hi to everybody? No, I just want to wag my tail and get my honey rubbed. Um, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Did I hit chat? Oh, jeepers, did I hit chat? I think I did. I think I hit all the things I was supposed to hit.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Um,
Oh man. All that my hair.
I am having more bad days than good these days. Is that somebody chatting? Somebody just
Yeah,
came up in the
my
chat,
my
right?
cousin
Oh,
asked Rebecca.
your cousin Rebecca.
No, coziness. My
Oh,
coziness.
I wanted to know if there's any reverb on the video because you're in a totally different other section of the house. I think we should be okay, but I just wanted to double
Yeah.
check. I'm gonna push you guys back a tiny bit because that's it. That's fine. It's up against the table. That's the best it'll go. Um, welcome, coffee.
Ugh.
I got this cup from a friend who passed away. No, she didn't pass away. She went into the uh she got institutionalized. But then I didn't she pass away since, Jim?
Huh?
Didn't she pass away since? I gotta ask. I gotta find out. For some reason I have it in my brain that she passed away when she was young, but
I don't know.
anyway. Hello, hello, hello. I love these 20 ounces. At first I was like, oh no, I need lots of coffee, but 20 ounces is what the Ray Dunn is. So when somebody makes me coffee in this, it's like the same proportion, then it comes out really good. Plus, it goes into a cup holder much easier. Hi everybody, welcome
But
in. Happy
Rebecca
Saturday.
Rebecca's saying you gotta turn something off. You're getting one stream talking over the other.
Well, we did find out the last time we did this, you can't watch both. Um, if that's what she's saying.
I don't
Um,
know.
yeah,
Hey Nelly.
you can't watch both. Oh, Jim, you have all your volumes down on the TV and everything, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me double
Maybe
check.
you don't. Oh, okay. Did you, honey? Jimmy? Did you? Oh, I see. You can't hear me. Jim, go get your earbuds with you? Or your
I can hear you now.
you can? Okay.
Yeah.
Was it the TV or your tablet or
I don't know.
okay. Well, the thing is if you can hear me on a speaker, that's where the reverb's gonna come. That's what they're talking about. They're gonna be able to hear me through your microphone. Do you have your earbuds there? I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know. He says he can hear me, but he's not responding. So, can you hear me, James? Okay. I can't hear you though. Can you talk and let me hear if I can hear you?
I had to turn off my mic.
That's why. So can you come get your earbud real quick?
Well, hold on. I got somebody that says they can hear me fine. They can hear both of us fine. So
Oh, okay. Well, it would make sense that if you have all your speakers down, but that doesn't.
I don't know.
Okay, James. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get frustrated. Every time, if you have me on a speaker, every time I speak, it's going to go through your microphone. So they're going to hear me and hear it through your microphone.
All right. So I'm just going to turn off my mic.
Well, why? You can't read me the comments if your mic is off.
Okay. I just have to come in there and get my earbuds.
Jim, do you want me to try to bring you your earbuds?
No, no, I'll do it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, everybody. I didn't think about that ahead of time. Should have. In hindsight, being what it is, right? We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Anyway, so the last I don't know how many people, pretty much everybody probably watched Jim's live the other day. I didn't know he was going live. I thought he was talking to mom on the phone. And then I was like, oh, maybe he's making that vlog we talked about, but I didn't get a notification that he was going live, which is weird. But I was in the living room on my tablet watching TV, or I was talking to my sister. That's what I was doing. I was talking to my sister. And I didn't know he was going live. So if you guys pretty much uh, get caught up, um, to avoid that exact, that exact problem. I don't know. I didn't think about for him either. It's silly. You got it, bub?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I thought I would just share
Hold on.
the story of
No, I don't got
Jim's.
it.
Um, okay. Is that better? You got your AirPods, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say not a microphone set because that won't help. There you go.
All right.
This way the sound comes directly into your ear and it won't be able to hear, won't be picked up on any microphones. Okay?
Right.
Okay, so sweet, sweet.
Okay.
So, this is the story of Jim's heart problems from my perspective, you know. So, Jim had gone to these tests. Basically he went to his primary. We got a new primary, and well, you have this really high cholesterol. Do you ever see a cardiologist? No. So go see a cardiologist. And he starts to see a cardiologist who basically, gives him you had a regular stress test first, right? Like the kind where you walk
Yeah.
on a treadmill. And he put him on some new medication and, let's monitor it. Let's see. The new medication didn't work as great as he'd hoped, I guess, because it wasn't really coming down. And for those of you who don't know, Jim's family, his mom's side of the family has this genetically high cholesterol.
No, dad's side of the family.
No, mom's side of the family. The family part, the high cholesterol is mom's side of the family. They
I
don't
thought
all
it was
have it as
dad.
high as you do, but they have it higher. Like, that's one of the reasons mom takes the cholesterol medicine she does, because it's got the family component, or what she was taking because it's got the family component. Now, what you have on your dad's side of the family is that you have his arteries. So, like, mom's side of the family, they have all high cholesterol, but none of them are like in the danger zone because they also have the arteries to go with it. I'm guessing like that's the best way to put it. But anyway, so he went into the one doctor and he was complaining about being tired, um, like a lot more lately. So they gave him a nuclear stress test. For those of you who don't know what that is, basically it's the same machine that I get my nuclear bone scan. It's the same department, and then Jim has to do certain things while they're monitoring, and they do the isotope, and they throw the radiation down you and the whole bit. And the test result came back like that. It said something like medical, so we didn't exactly know what it was, but the cardiologist basically told him over the phone that your blood isn't flowing. They wanted him to get a cardiac catheterization with possible stent placement. It's one of those things that they do at the same time. So they go in, they look, they do like a balloon to see if they can open your artery, like without a stent. Will it stay open or clear it out or whatever? And if they have to, they put in a stent. So the problem that we had was the appointment was coming up soon, so we would have had to make like the Medicaid ride because it was only in St. Louis. They didn't do it in the hospital in Lebanon or the hospital in Springfield. It was the cardiac hospital is only in St. Louis. So getting a ride, on the Medicaid bus, we were asking. They were like, "Well, you can get a ride to the procedure on the Medicaid bus, but you have to have somebody to sign you out and bring you home." And we were like, "Okay, great. I'm not driving. I don't have a valid driver's license right now. Who can we get to do this?" So we called Mom and Carla, and it just so happens the day they scheduled it for the 20th, there was a conflict in the schedule. So we called them and said, "Well, we can't do it on the 20th, any day after the
Yes,
20th." And
Nelly.
she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Okay, the 21st." And I was like, "Wow, if they want to have you in immediately, then I'm like, should I?" But I didn't say that to him because I know sometimes if you point out a stressful situation i- in gym that he didn't know about, it sometimes becomes more stressful. So it's best to just keep that stuff to yourself. So then it worked out. We were having a little trouble, like getting, we make sure the rides and, he could drive there, but then he had to fast. But then because we're so far away, they didn't want to schedule it too early. Um, so he basically had to be in St. Louis at 11:45 for a
Little
1:45
sneaker.
procedure because they need you there 2 hours early. So the night before the procedure, I look up online for the instructions and stuff because I knew that they told us there's some medications he had to hold. And when I looked, it said the blood work, you had to get the blood work 3 to 7 days before the procedure. And I said to Jim, I'm like, did they even schedule this thing 3 to 7 days before the procedure? So I set an alarm to get up really early and I called the nurse and I said, "We didn't get this blood work. Is it a no go? Because I'm not sending everybody to St. Louis to find out we can't do this." And she's like, "No, just have him come straight in and I'll set it to do a stat blood work." I said, "Okay, that worked out." So they left here at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And I knew I was going to be by myself. My aide was scheduled. I scheduled my aide to like come at a certain time so that it wouldn't overlap with Jim. So, but I knew I was going to have to be by myself for a long period of time. So we did a good thing. We like proactively set up like let's get her food this and let's make a meal and I could just pop it in the microwave, like those types of things. Basically set us up for success. Well, Jim was there for hours and I was texting him and he's like, "I've been here for hours. This is too much." And I was like, "Jim, it was only 2 o'clock." And I was like, it's only 15 minutes past where you were scheduled for your procedure because he had forgotten that he had to be there so early. Um, and plus, he had gotten there earlier. You had gotten there earlier than even 11:45, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seemed like they were waiting forever. But really, as far as the doctor's schedule was concerned, it wasn't that far off. But anyway, I get, how's it going? How's it going? And then, finally they're in and they're taking it. And I asked Mom, how's it going? And she texted me like a medical thing. And I was like, what does that mean? And then she texted back triple bypass. And I was like, whew, what? Like, I mean, what? I'm sitting here and I'm praying. I was praying God that he didn't need stents. And I should have been more specific. Yeah, he didn't need stents. He needed a triple bypass. Like, so I should have been really more specific with my prayers, but so of course I'm very emotional. I'm scared. I'm here scared and he's far away and I can't hold his hand and we just couldn't get it all, we just couldn't get it all together for me to go and what are we going to do with the fur baby and I could have taken Oreo but then it would have been all day for Oreo and who was going to take her out and it just wouldn't have been a good scene or whatever. So um yeah, I was like concerned. Let's put it that way.
Um, Jeri-Ann, let's see here.
like what we do in my family. Like, um,
Jerry, can you hear me?
yeah. So it was. Yeah, 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 babe. Why? What's up,
Okay, Jesse Grill is Jersey Crafty Gypsy is here.
Jim?
Sheila's
Let
here.
me finish, baby. Let me just finish the story real quick. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Okay. And then we got to the point where, like, okay, now is the procedure. Now, here's the thing, and I'm gonna wrap it up. This is like the last thing I want to point out. All of this is happening like Friday night, so you know you're not getting any answers till Monday. So it's a lot of hair pulling out, a lot of worrying, and a lot of waiting. But that's been pretty much. And I felt really bad because I thought everybody was like starving like a Marvin. So go ahead, and we'll keep going more now. Go ahead, Jim. You were saying, hi, Jesse.
Jesse's here. Nellie's here. Sheila's here.
Hi, Nellie. Sheila Hall, yay.
Um, uh, excuse me. Alaska Latino is here.
Hi, Ethel. Happy birthday, Ethel.
Um, so they're all giving well wishes and chatting amongst themselves. And Nellie, thank you about the cross. I don't even remember when I got this.
I think I got it
Um,
for you. Is it the silver, black, and silver?
mm,
Or is it
no,
like a
the
Celtic
silver.
looking one?
It's like a silver with three nails.
Oh, yeah, no, that's, I got, yeah, I
Yeah.
love that one. Um, I like to get him ones because, he likes to wear them when they're new and then he forgets about them. And then, like, just get him a new one and it's novel and he likes that. Uh, so if that's it, I'll just keep going. So then I'm like, all the ducks, all the ducks. So the way that it was told to me, and I'm just trying to get through it short, was that like um he couldn't go back to work. He couldn't lift anything. He couldn't um drive, all this stuff. Like, so I'm thinking all of this is happening like as like stat, basically, as of this moment. But it wasn't till yesterday morning, because still I had in my head all these things that they said, like he couldn't drive, he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. And I'm thinking, like, and for 4 months. So that was another thing. For 4 months. He couldn't do all this for 4 months. I was like, crap. Like, what are we gonna do? He can't work. He can't like we have to call work. We have to I have to have another aide. He has to have an aide of his own because sorry, I'm my the little fur baby was pulling on my earbud cord. So I'm like panicking, like, how is this? Ah, come on, baby, come on up. This isn't one of these things that I can step up. It's just like Jerry, step up. I I am getting this help because I can't do any like these things for myself. He's helping me. My aide is helping me because I can't do these things for myself. So there's nothing to step up on. I think the delusion or the illusion that I'm just being lazy, that I can finally stop being lazy. It's not it. I got into panic mode. Like, who's going to do what? Who's going to help take care of who now? And how is this going to work? And how is, and it panicked me, and I once again, like, I love living here, but oh my God, it sucks being far away from family. Um, because here we have two people to rely on. When you're close to family, you have 30 or 40 people to rely on. And this some you can usually find somebody like a cousin, an in-law, somebody can, help you out or whatever. A nephew, a niece, whatever it is, wherever you are. But anyhow, so it's been like I'm thinking logistically, what the heck are we gonna do? Jim, does anybody have these questions or are they just chatting amongst themselves? I just see
They're
big.
kind of chatting
That's no
amongst themselves.
that's no problem. So when Jim came home, I did everything I could. I told him, I said I put everybody to bed um before he came home because it was uh it was expressed to me that really like Oreo can't jump on him. So I made sure I had her to bed first. Just sit down and say hi. You know, she was kind of. It was kind of weird because he's gone to work. You know, and I don't know if I've even told you guys this, but when he goes to work, she just, oh, okay, wait, but wait, you're gonna pull a cord. Hold on. You have so many toys. Why do you have to play with this? Here, I'll hold it. I'll hold it so it doesn't get pulled out. Okay, and don't chew it. Don't chew it. Okay. Um. So the sorry. When he goes to work, it's usually just like a few hours. I think the most it's been like 7 or 8 hours, right, honey? It's like the most you've gone to work. I've had to be by myself, but what we
Yeah.
do is we plan on a nap time right before he leaves, so I have a few hours of me taking care of everybody is basically rested in bed, and then I can go at my pace. And like again, I said, we set ourselves up for success. We don't set ourselves up for failure. And by getting like meal prep, or I'll do is I'll take a protein shake and a electrolyte water. Yeah, baby, hold on. You gotta go. Oreo, stop. That's not nice. That's not nice. Oh, she's got my iPad cover, everybody. Hold on. Oh crud. I was trying I have everything my iPad is out of the thing because I was trying to do this on my iPad and I couldn't go live on my iPad, which was so weird. And now I don't know where my actual iPad is. Thought it was here. It is here. Sorry, everybody. Squirrel. Um, so I set myself up. We set ourselves up for success. We like I was trying to say, I get a protein shake and like an electrolyte water. I'll get some snacks, maybe even like a day where I don't have an appetite. I'll maybe make a couple of peanut butter and jelly I'll have Jen make me a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches wrapped in foil for like lunch and dinner. But I'll set myself up for success for Oreo, so I make sure I get her fed and stuff. Anyway, I'm doing all kinds of crazy things happening right now here, folks. Can you guys see her or no? Does her head pop in every once in a while? Welcome to my life. Anyway, anyway, so now I can't imagine doing it 24/7 or for 4 months by myself. Starting immediately. That's the thing. Like eventually I can because we can get help. The state will help, the government will help. We'll have more time to plan to get him on aid and whatever Medicaid would cover and that kind of thing. But it was like thinking right now that how am I going to do this for the 24 hours a day for this whole weekend? It's going to be crazy starting now. And then by the time they get somebody, it's going to be weeks. Anyway, turns out I read the paperwork
Mhm.
Monday morning that the um, all the precautions that he had that was going to be for months, was not starting right away. He did have precautions on his wrist because where they put the catheter in his wrist is like a little open wound, and he had a lot of precautions for that. But he didn't have all of those. Not lift because of his chest. He was not supposed to use his right hand, and I'm thinking, oh, we've all had a broken wrist or a sprained wrist or a broken arm before, so that's all it is really. He still has his left hand he can use. So I was like, whew, okay. Now
Jerry got
that
comments.
oh, go ahead.
Um, Lisa's here.
Oh, hi.
She says she's helping you, LOL, as in the kitty. Um, well, I just lost my spot.
Oh, sorry, sweetie.
No, it's all right. It was the computer. Nellie is saying, Blondie, what are you doing? And then Nellie's also asking where Oreo is.
She's behind me, but I have the camera so close. Um, so the way I set up the camera so that I could press start, it's close. Like, and if I go to push it back, I can't because her cage is in the way. I have it up against my nightstand and stuff. It's like a mess. So
Oreo's in here with me. Okay. Lost sound there for a second, or Jerry.
James.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Oreo's there, right?
Yeah,
She's by you now. Okay.
yeah. And she's chewing on your cord, by the way. The kitten.
Chewing on it or putting it in her mouth because she's
Yeah,
not really
she's kind
like.
of biting on it. Goofy cat. Um,
I should give her the one I don't use anymore.
yeah. Uh, Happy Paws. I'm pretty sure with um me having heart surgery and whatnot, there will be plenty of government assistance in one way or another, whether it's somebody to come to the house to help take care of me or subsidies for being unemployed.
You're
It,
probably eligible for emergency Social Security disability
yeah,
or temporary.
um,
I didn't mean emergency necessarily. I think I meant
right.
temporary.
Of course, Sheila is asking, can the aid help out more with me doing rehab?
Uh, we'd have to get you your own. Ow, ow, ow. Jim and I have two different types of Medicaid. I have a special Medicaid from the state for the blind. He's got the Medicaid that's like the government's Medicaid's expansion program.
Yeah,
Basically, I have the Medicaid Missouri always supplied people who are blind or pregnant, or Jim has the kind that you go on the marketplace and get when you're poor. That being said, the way that they get us the aids are you have to be like assessed your need, and they have to figure out what a schedule of what you know are eligible for. So if if Jim's eligible for an aid, he'll have to get his own, or if he get uses mine, because if we go to the same agency, she would just have to delegate hours to me and hours to Jim.
and Sheila, yeah, we don't have family that live close enough to help. What little family I have here in Missouri is either got a lot of their own stuff to deal with, and as
That's
for
Mom and
Jerry,
Aunt Sue, and they're
yeah,
both aged.
well, if I can get a
Everybody knows
hold,
who they are.
if I can get a hold of the Henson side, I might be able to,
Oh, like your cousins. Okay.
yeah, but I don't think they'll be able to.
Yeah, because I mean, unless it was like their children, like maybe if their children were looking for something
Yeah, yeah,
to figure that out. But sorry.
it's all right. Uh,
Oh, here she goes again.
what?
She's attacking from the floor.
Okay. Nella just asked mom if I could stay with her for the first week after surgery, and mom's like, possible,
Well, if
possibly.
that's the case, if Jim's home environment isn't safe, they'll send him to a rehab. Like just like if you had leg surgery and you had stairs, they send
Right.
you to rehab. I went to rehab after my surgery, remember, on my leg. Um, yeah, but they'll send you like to a rehab facility too,
Yeah.
um, until certain precautions are lifted or whatever. But they're talking about 4 months of sternum protection,
Right.
so that's beyond. Probably have a better chance of having Medicaid pay to get the dog trained not to jump on than paying for 4 months of rehab.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't know. I say that, but I don't know.
Well,
We'll see. But oh, go
like I
ahead.
think I said in my video, if it comes down to it, we just have to clean up the guest room so I can use the bed in there and keep the dog from jumping on me.
Well, that's the thing is that at that point you might as well live somewhere else because
Yeah.
anytime she's going to get in there, she's going to want to jump on you. It's more of a matter of teaching her not
Right.
to. Um,
Yeah.
which I joked about, but I think it's probably something we could do pretty easy. Um, she was she was not jumping on mom for a very long time. Um, she actually just started it again. I'm pretty sure it's jealousy. Um, oh, I should have showed you guys when Um, just really funny. Uh, you see peace now. You played yourself out.
Sheila, I
You played yourself out.
don't know if there's any options for putting, especially the dog, in some sort of temporary care.
The only thing I might be able to find out is to have the dog go to a training facility for being a service dog, like a service dog training facility. That might be something. I have a bunch of different phone calls to make on Monday, but that's what I meant by of course it's Friday night and I can't find anything out. Like even reaching out to the American Heart Association. I know that they have a lot of resources. And that's just something that um you know, would be uh would be really good to have. Um like it's a great place to find resources in your area. Um, so and I know I've gotten a lot of reassurance from people I know in the medical professional saying like this is a much more common surgery than it has been before and it's not as risky or it's much more successful than it has been in the past. It's less invasive and that type of thing. So as far as that's concerned, that makes me feel a little bit better. Um, so um, it was just unexpected. The whole I do feel like I'm grateful that we have answers to why Jim has been not feeling good for so long. Um, obviously, this doesn't show like why he's had a backache or why he's had like a neck ache, but it does explain why he's just like been lethargic and not feeling good and tired a lot, which makes me feel a lot better. I know it's stupid and it's a silver lining grasp, but getting answers, like I told you guys when I got diagnosed, getting answers is so much more of a relief than you can possibly imagine because the unknown, the not knowing is just, that's one of the things that people keep saying to me. At least they caught it now and not after a major heart attack. At least they caught it now. At least they caught it now. And this is true. It's very true. It's still very difficult because he's very young. Um, but again, I'm just super grateful. I'm grateful for Jim, but I'm grateful for having these answers.
Yep.
Any comment? I saw some comments, anything for us or,
Um, Nellie's asking, you don't want to mess around with not getting that taken care of, Jim. When is your
oh,
surgery? My surgery will be
well,
December 5th.
yeah, it's tentatively scheduled for December 5th. And I say that because it hasn't come up on his my chart yet. So I think that it's because he's got to get all these tests and because it was a Friday night. Like they can't do anything because it's Friday night, but they said they're looking at December 5th. And then they were looking at they told us there's these tests that he has to take that he has to go into St. Louis for. And I can't wait till Monday morning to find out why does he have to do those in St. Louis. The hospital connected to the network, we have that facility here that I get all my tests done. Then there's an actual hospital that it's only, um, 50 miles away. It's one where I used to go to get my eye shots, and they did my port placement, and they did my biopsy, my MRI like, it's a hospital again, but if you're talking about just tests, like, why do we have to go all the way into the city for these tests? That part I wanna question or find out for sure why, just because it is so difficult, and it's expensive, like, we're on a pretty tight budget, and we're talking about, um, yes, they have gas mileage reimbursement, but again, you have to know ahead of time and blah blah blah. But still, it's wear and tear in the car. Well, I'm not really concerned necessarily about wear and tear in the car. I mean, it's getting older, but it's a 100 miles plus back and forth, so it's 200 miles. The gas is pretty expensive. One trip to the city is round trip to the hospital.
Jerry,
maybe see something different.
your sound kind of
Yes?
cut off there.
Oh, sorry. Is that better, guys, or still no?
Yeah, it's good now. It's just every so often it cuts out.
Okay. Oh, crap. Let me check. Maybe she pulled the cable loose. Maybe she put a hole in it. Ah, there we go. Everybody got a nice rumble when I put the cord across the strap across the cord.
Um,
Is there anything I need to repeat?
hmm, uh, I don't know.
Okay.
Um, Lisa, I don't know about the scheduling of the surgery and whatnot, or that Jay is dealing with cancer. The reason why they don't have, well, I'm gonna call them tomorrow, but I'm hoping when I do call them tomorrow that they have a place closer to home to deal with the pre-testing. But the way they made it sound was everything had to be in St. Louis.
Yeah, that part is like, why? You know, because the test that they said that they remembered that they had him having to get. I know they do all of those here in Rolla. Never mind going to the hospital. The only reason I go to MRI in the hospital is because I'm too heavy for the MRI here in Rolla. But everything like they have, state of the art, everything here. So it's not like even we're not doing a hand cranked MRI machine. In fact, they keep getting new machines. They just got a brand new CT scanner, and I think had the whole place closed down because they got a brand new mammogram machine and a brand new MRI. It's just like everything's just changing constantly over here to the greatest, latest, and the greatest.
Yeah.
X-ray. That's what I was trying to remember. X-ray. Go ahead, Jim. I'm sorry.
Last time I was there, or at our local facility, they were doing some construction, and I guess it was
Yeah,
they were making room for new equipment, basically. And I was
yeah.
like, okay,
Getting a new. They were getting a new X-ray machine. They're getting a new X-ray system,
yeah,
and they just got a new mammogram machine. That was the last thing they did before the X-ray. It's
yeah.
nice. The mammogram machine is actually um like I feel like it doesn't hurt. I know people complain, and I've got big breasts, but like to me, I was like, it doesn't even hurt. Like I don't know. Like I've always heard these horror stories of. I don't know, maybe because Jim's a boob guy and he desensitized my boobs by grabbing them for the last 25 years. Who knows? I don't know. But it doesn't hurt to get a mammogram.
I would know if there was a
I
lump or two in the wrong spot. So yeah, I don't think she needs a mammo.
My sister was asking about, did you get do you get a colonoscopy? Do you get and I was like, well, I get um an abdomen and pelvis CT. Basically I get a CT from the bottom of my hoo-ha to the top of my chest. I mean to the top of my collarbone. So I don't really they don't really think I need one because they're already doing, you know. But they find some things, that's I get an occasional like diverticular pocket or um those types of things. Diverticulosis. So diverticulosis is when you have a diverticular pocket, basically stretching of the intestines. But diverticulitis, which is the most common that people hear, is when something gets stuck in there and gets infected. And one of the things that was the beginning of the end for my dad was his diverticulosis. One of his pockets bled and caused like major intestinal bleeding, which then caused a cardiac event, which then spiraled into whatever other blessed event could happen. So
Oh,
the hits just keep on coming. Um, how's everybody else doing? Everybody doing good today? I know it's like go to the weather, but the weather being
yeah.
'cause, like, the weather here was, "It's supposed to rain, it's gorgeous, here comes a dark cloud, oh, there's a blue sky." Oh my goodness. Talk about simple, like, multiple personality disorder or something. Oof.
Well, our
Oh,
current
do you wanna
weather
guys wanna hear? Oh, go ahead.
our current weather is 56 degrees and
Eh,
cloudy.
I
Today's
just
high is
finished binge
supposed to be
watching. Oh,
57.
sorry. I just finished binge watching, Young Sheldon because I watched binge watched 10 seasons of The Big Bang Theory with my husband, and it's really funny because Lisa's also said, like, "You gotta watch this," but I remember when it first came out, my Aunt Mary said, "You guys would love this show," and I was like, there's just so many other things we were watching at the time," and then I realized I started watching it on actually, to be honest with you, it used to clips of it used to come across on, like, reels and shorts and stuff, and I was like, "This show looks hysterical, why are we not watching it?" You know, like, with all their science fiction, cultural fantasy cultural references, I was like, and then Jim started watching it, and I was like, "Jim, I started watching this, and it reminds me of the stories you used to tell about you and your friends at LDI." Like, um, and, that's what he would do. He would sit around and be like, "Oh my god, that is so JC," or "That is, that is so Rob Parker," or something like that, so Jim, I have a question. Did you ever, like, research Rob Parker from South Park? Is that's not your friend from
No,
school, right?
no,
Okay. You
I don't
looked?
think
You looked
so.
at the picture?
Yeah.
You looked at his picture? Okay. Because I was just thinking, like, he used to tell us all his crazy stories, and he sounds like, South Park is a crazy show. Uh, and I feel like they're Mormons. One of them is a Mormon, I think, because they wrote the Book of Mormon, the Broadway play, a musical. It's a musical, I think. You know what's weird, you guys who don't live in New York or New Jersey or the tri-state area realize? You don't see commercials for Broadway in the United States unless they're a traveling show. Like, they don't advertise, "Come to New York and see Broadway," like, to the Midwest. They just do, like, "Oh, the Book of Mormon is now gonna be at the Fabulous Fox Theater," like, whatever. Like, that's how they do that. So I was telling my sister, I was like, "I can't even tell you how many commercials in my head, like, are from, like, the canon, like, it's just from Broadway. Like, Take Human Bites, like, that's from Sweeney Todd and watching the commercial 10,000 times because that's who used to advertise all the time in New York. Um, you know, it's just kind of one of those things that you don't realize until you move away. Um, the reason I mentioned it is because I found the show Elsbeth, which looked really good, and then it was really good actually, and then my aide came in and she's like, "Oh, that's Elsbeth." I was like, "Oh, you watch this show?" She goes, "No, she's from The Good Wife or The Good Fight." She's like, "The both of them." And I was like, "What?" So then I had to go back and watch all of The Good Wife and then to watch all of The Good Fight just to start watching Elsbeth again. But anyway, there was a Elsbeth was in the Hamptons off season, and there was a song playing about, it's called Winter in a Summer Town, and it was a good song, and I said, "Janie, is this from Broadway?" Like, and then she's like, "I don't know, just look it up." I don't know why I call my sister instead of actually, like, looking something up, and it's from Grey Gardens, and I was like, "Grey Gardens was a musical?" Meantime, because I love the movie, I love the documentary, I'm, like, obsessed with the Maisels and uh oh my gosh, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. I just lost their last name. Well, the Maisels were the guys who did the documentary, and Little Edie and Big Edie, but I can't remember the last name. Anyway, it's not important, but I just was like, I was obsessed with like the, the Grey Gardens girls, and um, did the documentary, but also had some of the documentary in it. Plus, they did some recreations of the stories that they told of when the house was like when they were flourishing. If anybody's telling me their names in the bottom. But anyway, so when I got like I was so excited that they were a musical. I was like, "Oh my god, they made a musical?" And that's the kind of thing you don't know. So what I'm trying to say is if you're in the Midwest and you're watching the Tonys, unless you're an actual theater crazy person who like constant looks what's happening on Broadway, you don't really know what's happening on Broadway because you live so far away and they don't tell you. So another reason why not New York is so expensive is because everybody wants to be there and because they've got it all going on. No, not everybody, I know. But you know what I mean as an expression. And honestly, Jim, would you have known that you didn't want to be there if you didn't live there? There's parts that you loved. There's parts that you love upstate.
Upstate was
You love
nice.
West Point. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. And there's more upstate than there is downstate,
But you can keep the
as you
Bronx,
know.
you can keep Long Island, you can keep that
Well,
noisy city,
it's
and
the congestion. That's what you can keep the congestion, you can keep the busyness. Like where the girls live upstate, it's more suburban. So
you know,
um and by girls I mean, you girls know who you are.
Nelly,
I just didn't say it. Nelly and Sylvia.
yeah,
Um, they know. By the way,
yeah,
if anybody was asking or wondering, can you see her? Jim, can you see her?
yeah. I saw her.
Oh no, I'm saying like you can see her.
Yeah, I can see her head and
Okay.
her red collar.
Okay. She's just like
Shelly,
on my oh
sorry,
sorry.
Shelly. I haven't seen the therapist in a
Shelly or
while.
Sheila?
Sheila, I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I don't know where my brain is all of a sudden.
No,
No,
it's
I have
okay. I
not
just don't know
seen.
who Shelly is.
Yeah, no, it's Sheila. Yeah, I haven't seen
You
the
haven't seen
therapist in a
Breakfast?
while
Oh,
because
the therapist.
I just right now with all the things going on, I'm like that. In fact, I owe money, and I can't go back until I pay. So
Well, it was weird how you like missed that last appointment. Like it was just like it was on the calendar. I don't know if anything else was going on. I kind of feel like something else popped in. Like
yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, and it was just like he missed the appointment, and like was I having a terrible bad day? Um, but anyway, I told you. So yesterday, Jim came to me and he said he was. I said, do you want me to take the dog out, or can you do it? And he's like, I can do it. And then he was like, when I'm have my surgery, I'm not gonna be able to do all this, or you're gonna have to do all this. And I was like, well, first of all, when did I never step up? That's one of the questions I had. But the other thing was, like the day that I fell was because I can't step. The day that I fell over the crib is because I can't step up like I used to. I can't step up. I don't have the ability to step up like you'll need me to. I can't become the 24-hour caretaker anymore. That's why we're gonna need help. Ooh, scratchy beard. Um, so we're just gonna, and that was the part. So once I found out yesterday when I read the paperwork that it was just his wrist thing was for 24 to 48 hours, not driving was for 24 to 48 hours. The not working was a question mark. There was actually a question mark there. And it was because that wasn't like that's basically because he has a hole in his wrist where the thing was. And once that's healed over, then it's fine. Excuse me, then he can go back and resume normal activity until it's time. Now,
Yeah,
here's the thing. I don't want him to because stress. I don't want him to be stressed out because yeah, we caught it, but we didn't fix it. Like I know that that sounds stupid, but yeah, we caught it, but we didn't fix it. So we're still in the danger zone of any. I'm not trying to stress you out, sweetheart, but
I know.
we're
I
still
know.
in the danger zone that something could go terribly wrong. So we're trying to like,
Yep, cut out.
Be honest, Jimmy, have I put pressure on you to do, like, get the projects done? I'm the opposite.
No,
I'm like, "Look, I can't step up and do it anymore, so I'm not gonna put pressure on you to do it.
you might want to
I just
repeat
want,
yourself.
like." Oh, sorry. I said, I can't do it myself, so I don't wanna, like, I don't pressure him to do the things, like, to step up and do the things. I just say, like, "Look, I can't help you, so do it at your pace," um, type of thing. So, um, yeah. Anyway, um, so I said, "We're still in the danger zone until he has the procedure, until he has the surgery. We're still in the, like, yes, he can work, could work, but question mark is about work is question mark. So I don't know if he can work, he could turn to work, like those types of things. But at least I'm grateful that we didn't have to start like full on precautions starting today. We just have to watch that right wrist. He can use his left hand to do stuff. Um, he can still bend over and do things like his normal activity. As a matter of fact, it's good. Exercise is good for your heart. So as long as he's not stressed out, like doing things that he doesn't want to do, like going for walks is nice. It's a nice foiled day. Take the dog for a walk. Problem is the dog pulls
I
and
was about to say,
Jim gets.
it's more like take Jim for a drag.
But the truth is, you just have to communicate with her. Like, there are much weaker, much smaller people who have taken her for a walk successfully. So I think you could do it if you just don't get so frustrated. But those kinds of things, like that exercise, walk around the block, that's good. It's good for your heart, those types of things. Um, I've actually been trying. I said it would be really great if we took my scooter and I could walk some while you drive my scooter. And then if I need to like sit and
Mm.
drive, but this was before I started throwing up for everything. How are you feeling about everything, sweetheart?
Well, other than being tired, I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a major adjustment because I mean, after the operation, it's basically 4 months of little to no activity. Definitely can't deal with the dog. Don't know about
Well,
bending, or anything like
yeah,
that.
that's
But
what I'm saying. Those kinds of things we'll find out about for sure.
my only biggest concern and worry is the healing process.
Right.
Because I've heard of so many stories where people like just barely did something abnormal or what they consider normal, but shouldn't have happened and caused, problem with bleeding and whatnot.
Oh,
So
you have?
I've heard stories,
Oh, okay. No, I
but
didn't hear anything like that. So
yeah.
that's good to know.
So I just
Well, I'm a stickler for precautions. All day yesterday, he kept trying. I read where it said, "Don't push yourself off the couch or a chair, like when you're getting up." And every time he put his hand, did that, and I give him the look. I'd be like, "Open the door," and I'm like, "What hand are you using to open that door?"
well, they
Be
said
honest.
I can lift up to like the weight of a milk
Two
jug,
pounds. Yeah,
you
they said
know.
2 pounds. Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
Oh, they said actually in the writing it said 3 pounds, but I was like, okay, the cat's 2 pounds. You told me right.
yeah,
So you can lift the cat. She's fine.
like
Um.
1.8 pounds or something like that.
Oh, she's so little.
Yep.
Um. Let me think. What else? Yeah, I think that as far as like even yesterday with Oreo, I had said to him, I'm like, you know, the clip that we use to the clip that's attached to her um yardstick is like reversed. You actually have to push it open.
Right.
Like it's a seat.
You have to pull it open.
hole. Excuse my language, but I said to him, I'm like, if you could do that with your left hand, I'll do it if the thing. Um, so he's like, no, I got it. And, as long as you, all right, as long as you got it. Um,
I have a feeling the whole time I'm in the 4 to 5 days I'm in the hospital, they'll probably have me hooked up to every kind of monitor you can think of.
yeah,
Like, yay.
that's a lot of things to think about, like 4 days of being alone, like overnight. What's that going to do for me? Like, I
Yeah,
have woke up in the middle of the night choking, or I have, woken up in the
yeah,
middle of the night throwing up. Like, who knows? So it's like, oh, how's that going to happen? You know,
yeah.
but we'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge. We'll see what the
I'm
uh,
pretty
the family support division has to
yeah,
offer for assistance for stuff like that.
right. I'm pretty sure
And
they're
again,
gonna
if
send me home with all kinds of like a booklet of do's and don'ts and
oh, for sure, oh, for sure,
exercise time and all that.
oh, absolutely. Um, and then honestly, we have like 2 weeks to teach Oreo not to jump on you, which is very doable. It's just unfortunately, my man child actually prefers. He's encouraged her to do that with dancing and stuff. I'm not mad at you. It's just that she doesn't really jump on anybody except Jim, like, because, like, she'll jump up in front of you, but like I said, but mom, ever since we got the cat, she started jumping on mom, like trying to jump on mom again. I'm like, oh no, sister,
Yeah.
you do not jump on Nanny. But I think that's just jealousy, like I said. Um,
But
she's a
Nellie,
big
I
old
like to
baby.
cook.
Oh, what'd Nelly say?
She said, just think, Jim, you won't have to cook.
Oh, yes. For 5 days you're in the hospital. Well,
Oh
that's another
no,
thing. So
don't know what
go
I
ahead, Jim.
can and cannot do around the house.
Yeah, we knew going into even just the stent procedure, the cardio catheterization, that he wasn't going to be able to work the 24 hours. Like, we knew that ahead of time. That's why he needed a ride home. Is that you or the dog?
What? The
Oh, I
scratching
hear.
noise? That's the dog.
Yeah. Okay. Um, we knew that ahead of time. So what we did was my aide, part of what we do together is meal prep. So she made the chicken fajitas in a crock pot, because that's a really easy meal. And then we made sure we have some spaghetti made with sauce, like stuff we could just reheat, throw in some meatballs or some jar sauce or whatever, that type of thing. So we made sure we had easy, quick stuff for us to eat. She made some pudding. She, um, basically got everything ready that he could not have to do anything for 2 days. Like, and people are not supposed to allow me to shop without double checking because I ordered the dog food and got cat food. So now we're out
Um,
of dog food and we have cat
yeah,
food that we have a kitten. Can't even have cat food because freaking pellets are as big as her freaking face.
yeah.
Just kidding. Just about though.
Um, Happy Paws, yeah. Nellie wants to adopt Oreo for a time being, um, but Nellie would have to drive all the way out here to get Oreo, and then Nellie would have to double check to make sure I didn't take Oreo's spot. Um, uh, Coziness, yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to a heart healthy diet, um, which I've been trying to, but
He
one
falls
of
off
my
the
big
wagon. No, go
yeah,
ahead.
I fell off the wagon. Yeah,
No,
I'm not
I
gonna
was just
start
kidding.
that.
That was a joke.
Um, but one of
Hi,
the
baby.
major issues with trying to eat heart healthy is all the healthy stuff is way expensive, while the junk is cheaper than
Well,
you
can I
know.
be honest? Can I say my honest opinion?
Yeah,
Lately,
go ahead.
it's your exhaustion. We get the food, we can afford the food, but then he's too tired to make it, and
Yeah,
it's not even like a ton more steps, but everything's harder than putting my chicken
and you're cutting out,
stir
Jerry.
fries. Like, What, babe?
You cut out there.
I'm cutting out or you were? Oh, maybe it's
You
the
are.
internet.
Could be.
I think it was the internet.
Could be.
Because then you were frozen. So, what I was saying was, what did you hear? Because I don't want to repeat the whole thing.
Not of it.
Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, what I was saying was, it's actually like the exhaustion because we've had the food, and it's just that he's too tired to make it. And I know that that sounds, or even have me help. Too tired to help bring me the cutting board and get out the knives and stuff. Um, which makes a huge difference because I mean now we know that it's hard. That's caused the exhaustion. But, like, everything is harder than just putting chicken nuggets in the microwave or putting fish patties on a cookie sheet. Like, making these meals, they don't always have to be more expensive. We actually have quite a few of them that are really within budget that are filling the right way, like with more vegetables. But
Right.
it's just a matter of, like, him being able to put them together
Yeah.
and cook
And
them. That's the thing.
I think we need to get back to doing more Nordic cooking. And
Yeah,
somebody, Lisa just suggested crock pot meals.
yeah.
You know.
Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah.
a lot of the crockpot recipes, that's why I created the chicken fajitas because a lot of the crockpot recipes have, you know, chicken noodle, I mean, a Campbell's cream of something soup or, you know, some kind of dressing, ranches, and those types of things. But that's why um, the chicken fajitas is basically well, I don't, my aide does, cut up peppers and onions in the bottom with a little bit of salt and olive oil. She puts the chicken breasts on top, and then we season it with the homemade fajita seasoning and
Mhm.
some lime juice. And there's no liquid in it, but it still cooks. It cooks really nice.
Yep.
Yeah, right, Jim. I mean, you
Mhm.
don't get the grilled type feeling from the vegetables that you do when you make fajitas
I
in
agree.
the um in the oven or on a stovetop. What'd you say, babe?
On the grill.
On the grill, exactly. But you can take them out of the crock pot and throw them on the grill pan if you want to. Um,
Yeah.
but they just come out really good. We tried before I shared the recipe with everybody. I we did them on like 6 hours on low, and the other day we did them 3.5 hours on high. So I wanted to make sure that it comes out good both ways before I shared it, if that makes any sense. Um, but we do that with a crock pot liner, and all you have to do is wash the cover. Like you don't even have to wash that big crock pot thing. Just wipe it off, if anything. Um,
Yeah.
and it stores really good and reheats really good, right, Jim?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
yeah.
And for those
Um,
of you guys that don't know, because I haven't done a Dollar Tree haul in a million years, my Dollar Tree, and I'm assuming other people's Dollar Trees, has like a 90-second rice family. So we've got like a rice, brown rice and quinoa. But what is the one? It was Spanish rice, not Mexican rice, right? There's a Spanish rice, there's a chicken flavored rice, and they're $1.25 or $1.50. They're not like expensive. They're not as expensive as Uncle Ben's or even Aldi. Um, and we like them. They're good. I mean, and plus they're convenient, you know. Especially I like the brown rice and quinoa one because I like quinoa. It doesn't taste like anything. I like the texture, but I know that it's good for me and I'm getting a little extra protein in there.
yeah.
Oh, the
Uh,
quinoa Jim, the roast beef and quinoa salad with arugula. I miss it.
we'll have to. I know I've got quinoa in the pantry.
Yeah, yeah.
So the only thing we need is like the ham
The
or
roast
roast beef.
beef. It's roast beef
Um,
and arugula.
yeah, arugula.
So good. Sorry, go ahead.
Lily was saying that she made ham in a crock pot one time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Ham
we've
in the
done
crock
that.
pot's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure we don't have giant crock pots. Like, in fact, my aide is always like, "You have the smallest crock pot." I'm like, "It's not the smallest. It's like 5 quarts." But I guess she has a huge family, so she has like an 8 quart one. I was like, "They make them in 1 quart. Trust me, this is not that small." But actually, I think it's 3 quart. It's big, but it's the 20. I tell everybody it's the $20 crock pot from Proctor.
Cozy's saying that she's going to send pictures from her freezer. of the fire roasted veggies, they are literally like off the grill.
Yeah, but I thought she got them from Costco. Rebecca, I thought those are from Costco because we don't have a Costco, don't forget. We're far, far, far away from one. And you can order stuff from Costco and Sam's Club to be shipped, but nothing frozen, nothing fresh, just stuff that's like their bulk items. But I thought those fire roasted veggies were from Costco. They look so good every time she shows them. I'm like, oh. Um, but you know what? Honestly, roasting vegetables is probably the easiest thing, and I can never get Jim to do it, but to say, like he really, I'm like, could you just roast them for me? And he's like,
Oof.
I'm like, literally, just throw some frozen vegetables with some olive oil and seasoning on a cookie sheet and stick it in the damn oven.
Lisa's talking about bird's eye makes an oven roasted freeze pack of broccoli and cauliflower. Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
get that once in a while. I'm
No,
not.
we don't get that. It's expensive. What I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. It's so
Oh,
easy to roast your own vegetables.
mm,
Like, and I love them, and you love them too. He's always like, yeah, they're all right. And you love them better. But it takes a while. It takes
yeah,
40 minutes, but it's worth it, in my opinion.
yeah. Um,
Even the smashed broccoli with cheese. How easy is that recipe? And I'm always like, can we
yeah.
please make this?
Um, Coziness is talking about, yeah, she gets it from Costco.
Yeah.
And okay, Nellie's talking about somebody who's. I'm not even reading their messages because
Oh, she
they're neg
removed them. Okay.
they're negative, and I'm about ready to remove the person.
Oh,
Lisa says Walmart has it.
yeah. Walmart has the bird's eye. It's just a little bit more money.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. It's so easy to just. It takes like I said, it takes 45 minutes in the oven, and because we have electric, it's like, oh, do you want to?
Yeah.
But if you do it while you're doing something else, like whenever I can actually get him to roast vegetables when he's got like a pork loin in there or something. Because if it's already going to take 30 minutes, what's an extra? Throw them in 15 minutes earlier or whatever. But
Oh, Lisa's saying $3 at Walmart.
yeah, that's a lot. I like 99 cents for my vegetables. Thank you very much.
Um, Nellie's asking if we're ready for Turkey Day. The only thing we need is the
A turkey.
yeah turkey. I don't know if Mom's coming over. I'd love it if she would, or if she could.
Well, are you going to feel up to cooking, honey? I mean, that's a lot of work.
Well, if we get a ham and we throw it in the crock pot, it's just getting all the other
Well,
fixings.
what we did last year was, remember, we got the smoked turkey breast,
Hmm.
and then we got mom some smoked turkey legs. We just heated them up. Do you want to try to do that? So at least we
Yeah,
have turkey.
yeah, sure.
Because ham's going to be for Christmas. And it's a lot of sodium and a lot of sugar in ham, don't forget. I don't know if ham's going to be on your list of approved meals maybe once a year, twice a year, but I don't know every holiday.
Yeah,
Doctor's probably going to be like, switch up your ham for.
yeah.
Jim's about to have a lot of grilled chicken, a lot of turkey. Now, how do
Right.
you like the Black Forest ham versus the Black Forest turkey? Obviously, you love the ham, but
I prefer the ham or the turkey, but I will eat the turkey if that's the only lunch meat I have. You know,
so if I was to tell you you had to cut out turkey, I mean, you had to cut out cold cuts altogether, what would you do?
had to cut out cold cuts altogether.
Cold cuts. Yeah.
Run for the hills, lock myself in a cabin, and tell everybody to go take a dump. I don't know. I really
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly. Exactly. So it's like, what do you do? It's tough.
Find some sort of lunch meat that I can eat without too many problems.
Yeah,
Um,
I gotcha. They're just all packed with sodium.
I know.
And I don't know necessarily like your blood pressure isn't like, but I don't know what it's gonna be like after the surgery. They're gonna be like, oh, you definitely have to
Yeah,
reduce the
yeah.
pressure on your
Turkey sandwiches from leftovers. Oh, I love that, Nelly. Um, You know, I got my fill of leftovers after, especially I think after Christmas. Um, but like Jerry was saying, come after the surgery and whatnot, they're probably gonna give me a list of things that I have to cut out and alternatives and who knows what. And I was just thinking almost the same line is like cut up leftovers and just not try to eat it all in 2 days. Um, so
One of the
I've got
things that are gonna be really good for you, Jim, is that 5 days in the hospital, they're gonna give you, like, the blandest food, the
yeah,
plainest food that when you come home, you're not gonna want or you're gonna things will taste too salty, things will taste,
right, right.
you know,
Well, it's like
too heavy.
right, right. It was like Friday when I was there. I did not eat until like 5 p.m. And they offered me like food from the hospital, and I was like, I'll take an egg salad sandwich, and a side salad, and orange sherbet, applesauce, and a bowl of fruit, and a what they call a starry, which is, I guess, a type of
Starry
Sprite.
it used to be Starry used to be Sierra Mist, and they changed the name of it.
Okay, but
Okay, so go ahead.
of course, I ate it all because I was starving. I even came home and ended up eating a gyro, 2 egg rolls, and a ham sandwich because that's
You
how
cleaned me
hungry I
out.
was. Um, but you know, I realized that after the surgery, I won't be able to do that. Um, so it's like I'll have that. Here's your breakfast, nothing until lunch, and then nothing until dinner. I won't
Well,
be able
have
to snack or anything like
you
that,
will
which
be
is
able to snack. In the hospital, they'll give you snack. They have snack times in the hospital. They give you a snack because you're supposed to be able to not wait till you're hungry.
yeah,
So, but you have to snack healthy. Fruit, vegetables,
all the
peanut butter
fruit is
on crackers,
yeah,
those types of things. You'll be able to you just have to eat healthier
right,
snacks. We can make healthier choices. Yeah.
right.
Sorry, go ahead.
But I realized that the bowl of mixed fruit was like honeydew, cantaloupe, and grapes. And granted, I'm not a big fan of honeydew, but I ate all the other stuff. So
The
by the
honeydew
time it,
was the honeydew ripe? Because then when it's ripe, it's really good.
it was hard.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
You have no teeth, so that's another issue.
yeah. So I'm just hoping that between the 5 days in the hospital and then doing all the stuff that I need to eat heart healthy and heart smart, um, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm pretty
Well,
sure we'll
I
get
think
through
we
it.
can do it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we can do it. Yeah. So there's a like I think it's one of those things since my mom was on a diet for like 1,000 years and then we were all on diets for 2,000 years. We've, you know, instant mashed potatoes. They're just dehydrated potatoes. We know that. There's nothing added to it. You
Yeah,
add the crap. They tell you to add the crap yourself, right? So what instead
pretty
of
much.
you boiling them in the water and adding butter and milk, how about you just boil them in reduced sodium or sodium free, low fat chicken stock and
Yeah.
then adding
Oops,
yeah, like adding
sorry.
seasoning to it that's no sodium seasonings. That stuff comes out really good. Like you don't realize you don't miss it so much if you don't, you know, if you just substitute it correctly. Um,
Ranch
it's got
powder
we've
and
got like
sour cream.
well, ranch powder has a lot of salt in it, but we make our own ranch powder, which we could reduce the salt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Those
Oh, yeah.
that makes a huge difference. Even the type of salt you use. So the reason that sea salt is better than table salt is because it's more concentrated in flavor. So like use less.
Right. Right. Hello, Bernadette. Nice to see you. I'm sorry, you cut out, and I thought you were done talking.
No, go ahead. I didn't say
Um,
anything. Go ahead.
okay. I'm just saying hi to Bernadette. She just got here.
Bernadette or Brenda?
Brenda, I'm sorry. Yeah, Brenda.
Brenda Lampert? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Brenda.
Um, so, um,
I don't know how long we've been on, Jim, but
I don't know. I'm about to
I'm
check
getting
that.
tired.
Oop, been on for an hour 15.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to roll over, but that'd be a whole lot with everybody sitting
Right. Well, I
here.
think we should be go ahead and getting off, and I'm getting hungry. So,
Oh, yay.
what are we doing for dinner? We didn't really
Well,
make plans.
no, we didn't. Um, we could do fend for yourself. There's the pasta to add some meatballs to. There's the
If
chicken
we had meatballs.
fajitas. What?
If we had meatballs.
We do have meatballs, yeah. There's a chicken fajita still. Um, we have lots of
Yeah.
choices.
Well, the chicken fajitas for you because I ate mine yesterday.
Yeah, I know, but if you wanted them again, I could just have the
No,
meatballs and
no.
spaghetti. No, I'm just saying we'd figure it out. We could do fend for yourself if you want. That's what I meant.
Right. Well, we'll see.
Okay. All right, guys. I
Um,
love you very much. And remember, if nobody's told you that you loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you because I love you guys very much. Um, I wish my brain would work because I would love to turn some of my crafts into shorts and reels. But it's not happening. Things aren't happening like the way they should because my brain doesn't brain in like it used to.
yeah. You and me both.
But I love you. And from Fuzzy Butt, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to everybody. And Oreo, wherever she is. Is she back here? Is she by you?
No, I've got Oreos. I don't know what a
You
kitten
do.
is.
Hi, that's the kitten. That's the kitten.
Okay.
I was asking if Oreo was by you.
Yeah, Oreo's right here next to me.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. So from Fuzzy Butt and Oreo, um, if nobody's told you today you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you guys. But also, as always, you take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Oops, don't turn it, Jerry. You got to click it.